Watch me regret saying that about 2 seconds when I find another place to need it. I guess we better start on that oil pan. The seal is looking pretty rough. I think my light is running out of batteries. Great. Under here, my oil pan, and more importantly, the oil gasket seems to have had better days. Oh, hey. Maybe I should put it on loosen. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosen. Fortunately, I don't anticipate this just randomly falling. Although, I should note that I have been wrong about things before. Many times. Many, many times. You're making me get an extension, aren't you? Yeah. So while I occasionally say that being wrong is always an option, it's not something I would necessarily choose. I don't really want to pry so that the seal seals. Ugh. Oh boy. Well, ball peen hammer cure. The official Ford Workshop manual says that there's this special tool that you can thread into the drain adapter and kind of basically bump this off instead of doing what I'm doing. I mean, obviously you can stick a pry tool in there, but, you know, if you leave a mark, you know, now you have an oil leak. That's bad news, from what I hear. Yeah, it's starting to loosen a little bit. Maybe that's enough that I can just outright grab it and spare myself the indignity of splashing oil in my face. Did I get them all? Yes, I got them all. Ah, there we go. I will be really honest, the material that I'm peeling off here does not look anything like the semi-metallic gasket that I ordered as a replacement. Oh, that's the dipstick. This is the cleanest part of the engine. I guess it should be, right? There's a not insignificant proportion of me that realizes how much more effective I would probably be if I wasn't skipping around so much. But since the engine hit a halt, I wait for somebody with welding skills and ability to make a decent cage call me back, or answer their damn phone when I call. Is that like one of the required skills of being a welder and a cage builder? Is you have to get really lucky and you just talk to them, and since they're not going to call you back. So, thus far, I have considered myself fairly lucky in that I have yet to have a problem with the safety glass absolutely shattering. I have kind of been sort of expecting it just because that's how my luck goes. And this is not safety glass. You know, the windshield, I can be as aggressive as I want to it because it's laminated safety glass. So who cares? It's just going to fall apart in one big lump. Whereas this is going to shatter into a million pieces. And I have cleaned this off for my little glass suction bits. Cleaned it off using an MF towel. Perhaps that is not the right direction. Took me a long time on the carboards to learn that MF meant microfiber. Spent some while thinking that it was a concealed vulgarity. Just like back in the old days when we used to spell fucking with a PH to get past the no swear words rules on bulletin board systems. Gather around, little kids, while Uncle Jason tells a story about the days, not even the days before Netflix was not even the days back when Netflix was delivered by mail, but back in the days before Netflix was even a gleam in its creator's eyes. When we used to connect to the internet, such as it was, by dial-up modems, our landlines. Every under 20-something is going, what are you talking about? People between 20 and 40 probably like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. My parents talk about it. Everybody older than that is immediately in their head hearing beep. Alright, so that appears to be good enough, but I guess I can leave this closed, right? Or maybe, I don't know. There's actually a really hilarious skit out there about if the TV show 24 happened in 1994. It would have been very different. Nina, where's the plans? AOL chat room, such and such. You know, one of the frequent problems with buying a very specialty tool is that they assume if you're buying it, you know what you're doing and you don't need instructions. This, of course, includes instructions, but they've been pasted over, so I guess I'm going to figure it out. Which side seems less dangerous to start from? Well, I now understand why people use that particular tool, and also why they provide you with like 6 feet of wire, because apparently it's not particularly durable, but man, was it quick. All right, let's see if this actually did level surface. I don't have many level surfaces over here. Let's see if it actually did what I intended it to do. Cross your fingers. We're discovering this at the same time. Yay! Oh, what was that? I don't know, but it wasn't the glass breaking. That's all that really matters. Look at me like a glass professional, knowing what I'm doing. Ooh. That's a special shout out to my friend Daniel, who often did that. Fuck, now where do I put this? Now, the really funny thing is I assumed that once I flopped the levers back, those things would just pop right off and boom, no problem. They would I'd be able to bring them back, but only one side actually released, so I have to spend a moment figuring out how to safely release those without breaking the glass. And I have to end up getting a new creeper. Periodically, the wheels just kind of, you know, fall out, get loose, put them back in. Finally got to the point where I can't actually get this back in again. So now I'm creeping on 5 wheels, which is kind of a funny thing to say. Wasn't paying attention when I ordered, so they recommend studs to kind of align the gasket. But to be perfectly honest, I'm probably happy to just replace the bolts with studs, except for the fact that I ordered a 10-pack. It's open. A little tear in the bag. I don't know where I'm missing one of them, so now I have 9, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 holes in, so I guess I can kind of half replace them. Probably something symbolic there. Let's time warp this, it's boring. And under the how does this even happen sort of list of improbabilities. Well, first of all, some of these holes were tapped a little bit deeper, so some of these studs that I put in don't actually have enough threads out to engage a nut. So I'm going to have to go back to the original bolts, which is fine. But at some point, I was pulling them out, and the hex wrench that I was using just up and spontaneously flew out of my hands in a way that I cannot explain how that happened except sheer incompetence. And I'll lose that, aren't I? It went that way, and I heard go tink. It couldn't have gone very far. It didn't have enough speed really to make it very far at all, and yet somehow spent 10 minutes looking for it, can't find it. Understand that I had not lost a 10mm socket. Do you know how rare that is? My son lost it for me. So I don't have the original 10mm socket that came with my set, but I personally have never lost a 10. Yeah, this one too. Speaking of 10s, that's actually what I brought under here. I better make sure that these are... Nope, they're going to be different size, probably 8s, if I remember correctly. It's not like I wrote it down. And today on episode 17 of How Does Jason's ADD-addled Brain Work, we begin work on putting the exhaust bits back in. I bought brand new studs for this so that I don't have to reuse the old ones. Not that the old ones were in bad shape, but this is one of those critical can't fall off bits, so I'm very much inclined to attack this problem with that. course, if I had half a brain in my head, I would have kind of wiped some of the grease off before I put the studs in, because I wouldn't have had to work around them. Mark that up for next time. Now, I think these holes are asymmetric, so we should be able to, this should only go on one way. I should double check that theory. That seems suspiciously easy. No, that does not go the other way. Okay, good. Yeah, after having to take multiple tries to get so many other things right, getting that right on the first try caused me a little bit of anxiety. I don't ever expect to have things go perfectly, but it's nice when they don't at least go horribly, so I will take that as a victory whenever I can get it. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things that make YouTube happy. And in the meantime, that's the episode, and I am out of here. I can probably just... Oh, hey, there's that hex wrench that went missing the other... How did it end up there? My God.